Hello simple man, 'tis I the great Tunselous.
Great Tunselous, what brings you here?
The great Tunselous is in many places and time eras at once, for the great Tunselous is simultaneous.
Great Tunselous, please help. My wife was killed by a house.
Pray tell me, what makes you think you are worthy of the great Tunselous's help?
You're right, I am not worthy of your help, Great Tunselous, but I do beg you to help.
Ha ha, that is more like it, simple man.
Please, Great Tunselous, is there no way you will help me?
The great Tunselous is known for his greatness, but he has been known for his generosity at times.
Does that mean you will help?
Perchance.
Please help.
You remind me of the lunchbox killer.
Who was the lunchbox killer?
The lunchbox killer was a lunchbox that killed people.
What happened to the lunchbox killer?
He died.
How did the lunchbox killer die?
He was killed by the ice towers.
The ice towers are evil.
The lunchbox killer would have made a great ally, but not as great as the great Tunselous.
Tunselous, I must tell you something.
Speak.
She was not killed by a house. As a matter of fact, I do not have a wife. Truth is, I am looking for a purpose in life.
I know.
How do you know?
The great Tunselous knows all.
Tunselous, give me some of your great wisdom.
Many years ago, there was a box made of human eyes. The great Tunselous opened the box and found godlike powers in it. The great Tunselous did not take the box, for godlike powers are nothing compared to the great Tunselous. Many years later, the great Tunselous gave the box to Buddha. Buddha later gave the box to the gods of Olympia. The gods of Olympia gave it to Jesus. 2,000 years later, Jesus gives the box to Hitler. Hitler kept the box and used its powers for evil. Then the great Tunselous took the box and the great Tunselous ate it.
You what?
I ate it.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Can I have some leftovers?
No.
Wow, the great Tunselous is indeed generous.
Yes, but the great Tunselous's generosity can be taken away when used wrongly.
I understand.
Ha ha, it is funny when mortals think they understand when they really do not.
Tell me your wisdom. Tell me until I understand.
Okay.
Start with a story.
Many years ago there was a bounty hunter. The bounty hunter was seeking employment. One day the bounty hunter perchanced upon a map. This map was not any map but a map to the village. He started traveling to the village. After walking for 10 minutes, the bounty hunter arrived at the village. When the bounty hunter arrived at the village, he sought out the village elder. The bounty hunter asked the village elder for a job. The village elder told him to go to a cave. This cave was not any cave, it was a super cave. The bounty hunter needed something better than his fine steel sword, so he went to the local blacksmith and bought a mace. This mace was no mace but a wooden club. It was getting late out. The bounty hunter needed a place to stay, so he stood in front of a cabin. The village elder offered the bounty hunter better lodgings, but he refused.
He refused?
Yes, refused.
Go on, please.
After standing in front of a log cabin all night, the bounty hunter started walking to the cave. On his way to the cave, he perchanced upon a cave. This cave was not any cave, it was the super cave. The bounty hunter entered the super cave.
What did he find in the super cave?
He found a rock.
He found a rock?
Yes, a rock.
Please, go on.
After finishing his quest, the bounty hunter came out of the cave. Standing outside the cave was a man. The bounty hunter asked the man what he was doing there. The man said, "The village elder told me to pay you if the village should not be there when you return." The bounty hunter killed the man and took his money. Then made his way to the village to receive payment from the village elder. But when he got to the village was not there anymore. In its place was a man as dark as night. The bounty hunter asked the man what happened to the village. The man looked at the bounty hunter and said, "I recognize you. You were the bounty hunter seeking employment." The bounty hunter asked if he had any jobs, and the man did not. So the bounty hunter started traveling home. It was getting late out. The bounty hunter could not find his home. Suddenly a man appeared. The man was the same man who he had killed outside the cave, before the bounty hunter could pull his club. The man offered him better lodging, and he refused, for the lodgings outside the village were invisible. The man left as suddenly as he appeared. The bounty hunter stood in front of a cabin. The bounty noticed a strange thing in the sky. That strange thing was Ice Tower. The man went back to the village to warn the village elder, but the village elder refused to help. The man went home to ask his sister. His sister was gone. She was stolen by the ice towers.
What happened next?
The ice towers destroyed his home. The bounty hunter ran as fast as possible and found a ditch to hide in. The bounty hunter hid in the ditch for hours. And the man came to him once more. The man offered him better lodgings, but he still refused. The man flew away. The bounty hunter did not know what to do, so he stayed in a ditch. But that man was a fool, for you cannot hide from the ice towers. After dark, the ice towers found him. The ice towers shot a net at him and captured him. The ice towers took him to their home planet of Agnatronausisoy. The ice towers dumped him in a room with no doors or windows. The room was full of corpses. The bounty hunter sat in the room awaiting his death. Then he noticed a big hole in the wall. Beside the hole was his sister's straw hat that she used to wear to the prison. The bounty hunter went through the hole and fell to his death. In the bounty hunter's last moments before dying, the man approached him once more and said, "Tunselous no." The end.
So if you do not accept help from the great Tunselous, you are sure to perish?
Yes. If the bounty hunter accepted better lodgings, the bounty hunter would not have died.
Great Tunselous, any more great teachings you want to share with me?
You are not worthy. You must know 100 times before you are worthy.
No 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 no.
Good enough for now.
I implore you to tell me a story, great Tunselous.
So be it. Many years ago, a man named Troki bought a spear from the Grand Wizard. This spear was not any spear, but an enchanted spear made by the king of all. Troki took the spear and started killing and raping villages. Troki got bored killing and raping villages, so he killed mountains. He got tired of killing mountains, so Troki built a bomb to blow up the world. The great Tunselous did not want to sit by and watch Troki do evil, so the great Tunselous gave Troki a job killing dinosaurs. The end.
Any other wisdom to share?
Here is a list of people I do not like: Adolf Hitler, Martin Luther King, President Barack Obama, the false prophet Mohammed, Jesus Christ, Abraham Lincoln, Jay Leno, King Tutankhamun, Michael Jackson, Stanley Gibbons, Albert Einstein.
Anything you could tell me, like a story? Or something?
Yes, I do in fact have a story. Approximately 10 years, 8 months, 28 days, 10 hours, 46 minutes, and 12 seconds ago, a man perchanced upon great alien of men. These men were at his disposal, so he sent them to their deaths. Later on in the year, the man got a job at the local tavern, but was later on fired for putting too much date-rape drugs in the drinks. The man needed a place to stay, so he went to the old wizard's tower for a nap. When he awoke, there was nothing but an empty field. The man walked in the field for hours, and came across the great Tunselous. What did the great Tunselous do? The great Tunselous struck him asunder. The man fell from the heavens into a vault full of money. The man was overjoyed with the money the great Tunselous granted him. The man then realized he could not get out of the vault. The man did not really care because he had loads of money. Later on, the man realized he could not spend the money, so it was useless. The man went to sleep, and when he awoke, the money was gone, but the vault was open. The man nodded to Tunselous 100 times a day. The man was a truly free man.
So if you live a life devoted to Tunselous, you will be truly free?
Yes.
Great Tunselous, I have learned so much in the past few minutes. I feel free already. I will begin a life devoted to the great Tunselous away and hope for true freedom from my mortal chains.
Let me tell you a story.
Oh yes, great Tunselous, tell me a story. Oh yes, tell me. Tell me all, for you know all. Oh yes, great Tunselous, tell me story. Not one story but two. Oh Tunselous, yes, tell me, in hopes I may one day understand.
Many years ago there was a man who built houses. That man was a chocolater of the sorts. He hoped to build the ultimate house. The man prayed to God for a sign. God did not answer. The man was depressed. The man would cut himself every single night in hopes of building the ultimate house. One day the man walked outside just to look for house ideas for the ultimate house. The man found no ideas, so the man watched a video on how to build a guillotine. The man went to the store and bought a blade and some wood. He went home and built a guillotine, and he decapitated himself. The man was not yet dead. The great Tunselous resurrected the man. The man gave his life to the great Tunselous, and he eventually built the ultimate house. The end.
Tunselous, can you tell me another story?
Yes.
Oh great Tunselous, tell me another story. Please tell me another story, I beg of you. Oh yes, tell me a great story. The greatest story ever. Oh yes, please tell me a story. Oh yes, please tell me more.
No,